how has been your visit to India and to SSF event?
It's been an absolute pleasure. It's an honour to be here at the centre of such a thriving shared services community. A forum that clearly takes leadership in the region today and in Mumbai yesterday, as we saw. Not just leadership, but ownership of the space as well. So in terms of the models, how it works, driving the results, it's a fantastic story to see. The quality, I must say, and the level of the discussion has been highly impressive, and it's been a pleasure to contribute.
And what do you think are your three key takeaways from these sessions? 2 days in Mumbai, 1 day in Ahmedabad.
The key takeaways, as far as I see them, and these are related, of course, to what I do and the software that we use to drive productivity in these organizations, are absolutely the reframing away from the topic of efficiency and into the value of live decision making and the ability to inform those decisions. Number two, the structure that's now been brought to help people understand whether the technology investments they've made still represent the cutting edge, or whether they should really be looking to the next horizons and how to get there. And finally, last but not least, the learnings as ever have come from the stories, the individuals that have been up on stage and spoken about their transformation journeys, how they've done that, and their stories that I'll happily take away with them.
Great. Thank you very much, Henry. Pleasure having you here, and look forward to having more such meetings and events in future.
Me too.
Sudesh,
Hello.
pleasure having you here, and thank you for hosting us here. So a couple of things, your thoughts about the SSF event here in Ahmedabad.
So I think, this is first time something like this from the shared services perspective happening in Ahmedabad. So I'm very excited. And the way it was conducted, the kind of leaders came and talked about their insights on shared services. I give this 10 out of 10 from the expectation perspective. I never expected that kind of success which will happen. So very good organization.
Great. And what are the three key takeaways? Headlines, highlights, whatever comes to your mind.
So one thing which our group CFO only mentioned, that 180 years of transformation now will happen in 18 years, and after some day it will happen in 1.8 years. So how do you keep your pace on with the technology? That is one of the takeaway for me. Second is the entire human capital, which we mentioned that now it is getting divided between people who adopt technology, people who don't adopt technology. So how do you manage that talent pool? Is second takeaway for me. And third is the overall controllership. How do we enhance the controllership using technology? So these are the three very, very important key takeaway out of the session.
One thing I must tell you is that I think hearing you out on the dais, right? I think you and the ABEX you call, right?
Yeah,
ABEX have really taken a leap, and so congratulations for that. And really look forward and more dialogue in future, and all the best for many more billions of shopping and the pressure you will get in terms of the high standard which you have set, right?
We
But really appreciate your time and effort, and all the good things which you're doing.
Thank you. I'm always willing to partner with SSF for any event which you do, specifically in Ahmedabad.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So again, we're very glad to meet you here at this event, and I have been to Ahmedabad quite a few times, but to this venue, and you have been ex-Adani, so was this there when you were there?
It was under construction.
We
have like 2-3.
So tell us about your experience. How was the SSF event for you?
No, it's it is time when India is getting recognized as a global GCC hub. SSF did a great job in putting Ahmedabad on GCC global map. I'm sure with this initiative, a lot of GCC in any case are trying to move to Tier 2. And I can clearly see that the kind of talent Ahmedabad, the kind of real estate, the environment it offers, Ahmedabad has a great potential to contribute to this whole SSC or GCC space in times to come. I'm sure this initiative will create a lot of awareness among people. job in terms of making SSC as an acceptable part of job profile. This is the future of finance, and I believe that communication is missing. So still there are some apprehension, etc. So I believe this kind of outreach will help in that cultural transformation where a normal finance guy should also start looking himself as a part of that GCC as an inevitable or as a necessary part, and something Naguri may kind of. So I'm sure from that perspective we are doing great job. The kind of community, like we are building a community as well. So like here I met few of the colleagues, etc. So that community built again will help India emerging as a GCC.
What do you think about this TIES model, the framework which Rakesh and Sanjay shared with the team?
They say yes, so that
Technology integrated enterprise services.
I'm sure, yeah. So integration is inevitable journey. They say that nothing can remain in isolation, but that functional mindset is certainly completely outdated because there are so much interdependency,
transformational layer.
transformational layer. So I'm sure that is inevitable. But at the same time, these are labor. So each organization has its own labor. So I would say the most important level is still level that you have to initiate. Somewhere you have to initiate, and then obviously then afterward
Then it's a journey.
That if you are at 4, you try to reach 5. By the time you reach 5, the horizon itself changes, and you see that you are again at level 1 itself. So I would say the most important is still for all of us as a community, as a country, is one. Somewhere we start.
And again, I think, in my experience also, I qualified by CA in 88. And I started my journey in into operations, then business role, then into IT, right? CFOs are like catalysts of change. Because typically in any organization, you start, your shared services captive or BPO with finance. But then slowly, you start picking up other functions as well. What are your thoughts on HR, supply chain?
I would say that here the finance fraternity has to be very why the CFO was catalyst of change? Because he used to control a lot of things. And that control used to come from a lot of information. There's a lot of process out there. This whole digitization is taking all of these things. You don't have any information. Everybody knows you don't have a lot of legal things, you don't have any subjectivity, you have to behave as the process breakdown. If writing the process, you have to have input from other function. So you see the personality is becoming more independent, the regulatory is becoming more independent. So each function is evolving and getting lifted up in the system. So to that extent, I would say that you cannot rely on the old definition of CFO. The CFO role is completely transformed. Yes. You try to transform, you can't go that appear mindset of the power controllers actually have to be you have to create your own
Catalyst of transformation.
something. You have to show your value. You can do that by putting a good assessment system. At the same time, I'm saying you can't. That those days are over where you were getting your values by education or your functional expertise.
By role.
By role. So those time, in that sense, I would say and so the things are going on. IT, the regulatory, the legal, which probably used to get the sort of finance training. So many of those things are themselves everywhere the complexity and the knowledge is one person really cold roles. The whole idea is whatever horse you choose, run that very efficiently.
I have more questions, but I'm sure I will sort it out here. Hi Nisha.
Hi.
Thank you for hosting us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
How did the session go today?
I think after a long time, it's been a year. So I love share services model. I've been taught that once I learn share services, now whole career will be a share services. So thank you for the opportunity. So it has been a wonderful thing.
So what are the three key takeaways for you?
One is connecting with people and knowing them, their achievement. I think that is more important. I think in the last session also I mentioned that talk to people, understand how it is going, and definitely we can hire people from there as well. So that's one of the key tips.
How do you make sure that you keep your employees engaged in events?
Normally, I look at the market mapping. So share services is moving everywhere, especially in Bangalore. Right? So whenever we hire people, we have a retention strategy. We keep check. So EWS is one of the platforms where we understand that their mindset. I've also completed my coaching to understand the mindset of the people, what they want, because younger generation, because in 2 years people mindset change. Even the people tend to buy the phone, the same thing that we keep changing the job. I think to retain people, to understand the mindset, what they need, that is more important. So being an HR, I need to have that capability. Otherwise you cannot retain people. Obviously the leader like Suresh definitely supporting me a lot. I've learned a lot from him. So that support definitely required.
Wonderful. Pleasure meeting you,
Thank
Nisha.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So good to have you. Just need to get your experience of attending this forum today. How did you feel? Some of the key takeaways for you. Obviously, many people say that they took a takeaway from your lecture, but I just wanted to say that what is your key takeaways from that?
Really enjoyed, and the good point was that not overcrowded. Only select people were involved who can understand the subject and appreciate the worth of each and every speaker. So in a way it was worth attending, and I take away so many other things which I never learned in life with this conference. And I have always remained a student all through my life, and this was one of the more lessons, important lessons which I have learned from this seminar conference.
Great to have you, sir. Hope to see you again and again.
Yes, thank you. It all depends. When you invite me, I will have to come and say that's all depends. But God grace, I think we'll continue to have more association.
Nice to have you all.
Thank you.
Hi Nitin, good to meet you, and thanks for coming. How have your experience been with SSF? I know you have a long association as well, and especially today's sessions and really key takeaways.
No, it's wonderful, and we are very happy that we took the membership again from SSF. And today's sessions, of course, we met with some industry leaders, some big industry leaders, and especially we learned about this collaborations, technology, digitalization. What are the best practices which we should follow in our GCC? So I'm happy that I attended this session.
And I know that you guys also have done quite a lot of work, which has come through own panel discussion institution. So what do you think is the key success factor for what you have done, and what was the major hurdle that you have to work on in your journey so far in digitalization especially?
So especially in the captive GCC, it's always tough to manage the change management, right? Because lots of people got transferred from the organizations to GCC, and it's always tough to manage the expectation of your employees as well as tough to manage the expectation of your customers, because they need everything on a personal basis. So at least this was the challenge. We took this and we focused on this, especially on the customer centricity, collaborations, the culture, the cash flow, and on the digitalization. And that is the reason that within just 3 years, from the cost center, we became the profit center. From 90 employees, now our shared services center has crossed over 500 employees, and then maybe next 3 years of time, the total number of employees will be close to 2,000. And here, as I told in the panel discussion, the performance parameter for us is not the number of employees. The performance parameter is that what value we are creating for the business, what kind of efficiency we are giving to our business. So what kind of the return we are giving to our shareholders. So in this way, I think for us, it's first of all, it's a global shared services center which we opened in just 3 years. You named many things, that function is with us. We also consider this as a success story where not only the finance and accounts, all the tough functions which includes merchandising, which includes the procurement, MDM, travel, secretarial, legal, that is within our shared services center. So we consider this as actually the success story.
Thanks a lot, and looking forward to your contribution as a knowledge sharing platform. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.